What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here, and this is the next installment into the Black Sabbath discography. And since that I had reviewed their previous record, The Eternal Idol, which was released in 1987, it is time for me to dive into this next album entitled Headless Cross. So Headless Cross was released in 1989, so 2 years after The Eternal Idol. So after that period of their last record, Sabbath were dropped from both the Vertigo label and the Warner Brothers Records label, and Iommi met a man by the name of Miles Copeland III, who was the owner at the time of the IRS Records label. So he basically told the guys, you know how to make music in your own style, you can do whatever you want, you can, make the record. He signed the contract to make this album the first Sabbath release to be credited in the IRS label than the Vertigo label for the first time. Same with Warner Brothers Records. Like the other lineups, another lineup change had happened for Headless Cross's period. The lineup consists still with Tony Iommi, Jeff Nichols, and Tony Martin, and a bass player for this record was Lawrence Cottle, who didn't stay for Sabbath. He only did the bass guitar work for this record, and that was that. And a drummer to replace Singer's spot is Cozy Powell, who's one of my favourite metal drummers, who had drummed with Whitesnake, Rainbow, and artists like Jeff Beck. So as a replacement for Singer, Cozy was a perfect choice for doing the drums, and as a member for Black Sabbath in general. So this album is really the first Sabbath album to have lyrics that were written by Tony Martin, because the lyrics from The Eternal Idol were not written by Martin, but since this is Martin's first time to write lyrics, it was something new to him. And the way that he wrote these lyrics with his own mind and imagery, a lot of the lyrics on all of these songs on here deal with occult, Satanism, and religion. It's 9 tracks and it is 40 minutes in length. Now, in my opinion, a lot of people will say that Headless Cross is the stronger, or if not the better album than The Eternal Idol, but for me, The Eternal Idol is more of the favourite, because I really liked the album that much. While I don't see that Headless Cross is a stronger album than the previous record, Headless Cross still defines itself by containing some of Sabbath's most darkest and heaviest tracks in a long time. While the music from The Eternal Idol has a lot of catchy, rocky, energetic collection of songs, this album's music takes things down into something sinister and haunting and very deep. First Black Sabbath album in a long time as well to be produced by Tony Iommi, and Cozy Powell was doing the production with Iommi as well. So the album opens with The Gates of Hell, and Jeff Nichols' keyboard roles in this album are really, really good. I love his keyboard tones, and it just sets the mood and feel for what's going to come next in this album. The title track, Headless Cross, which comes in after the only instrumental, The Gates of Hell, is fantastic. Really, really great track. It is so punishing and it's aggressive, and right from the start of Martin's notes on his vocals, this album contains some of Tony's greatest vocal deliveries in a very, very long while, and his vocal harmonies on the chorus really shines through. One of the other ones I really liked is Nightwing, and some of the later songs like Nightwing and Call of the Wild have that melodic flow from the instrumentation, and with Martin's vocals to have beautifully sung cleans. Devil and Daughter is, to me, my favourite track on this whole record. It's really, really catchy. It's just, tight. A great progression of guitar riffs and another powerful chorus. Cozy's drumming on this record as well is easily a big step up. While I did like Singer's drumming from The Eternal Idol, but Cozy's drumming in Headless Cross just totally makes it better, complete, and a better sound in my mind. A lot of the music on this record, besides the aggression, I would say that the songwriting was really in depth. Unfortunately, there are some flaws I had to say for this album. Tracks like When Death Calls and Killing the Spirit World. When Death Calls, it is a good track, has some really nice clean vocals and guitar work, and the guitar solo was done none other than Brian May from Queen, which was excellent, an excellent solo. It's just not a favourite for me and goes on a little bit too long as well, that it just feels a bit repetitive. Killing the Spirit World is another one that I do like, but doesn't have like a complete mindset of enjoyment, in my own opinion, like the other ones that I really enjoyed. The rest of the tracks are better than these two, in my opinion at least. Production is very, very good on here as well. The sounds on the drums have a lacking type of punch, but I do feel that Powell's drumming style fills with attack and aggression, but the sound of it just doesn't have a proper top-notch tone, just a little bit. They are decent sounding. I find that other Sabbath albums have a better and fuller sound. I really like the guitar tones a lot on this record as well. Some brilliant distortion, and the keyboards sound very nice. Other than that, Headless Cross, as a follow-up to The Eternal Idol, is really, really, really good. Besides some of these flaws that I had to address, this is a record that I would recommend for anyone that wants to get into Black Sabbath in the later period for their discography, for anyone. So, with that being said, I'm going to give Headless Cross by Black Sabbath a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.